What is the difference between recruitment and executive search? All too often, these two are considered in absolutely the same way and treated in the same fashion. And yet there are vast differences between the two. And there are big considerations for you as an organization that you need to take before deciding to go down the recruitment path or the executive search path. And here is what we're talking about. You see, recruitment is a lot more about the transaction of hiring. It is a lot more about attracting candidates and providing very often enough volume of applicants in order for a company to be able to make a number of hires or the right hire for their organization. Recruitment also very often focuses on not only permanent hiring but also contract and freelance hiring. There is a lot more speed to recruitment. There is also, unfortunately, very often a lot less predictability and a lot less attention to detail. And here is where the roads diverge. You see, executive search has a tendency to be a lot more precise. Executive search is more of a consultancy approach to your hiring. You'll bring in an executive search firm into your organization to help you understand what your need is, to define what you are hiring for, potentially even define the job title you are hiring for, and ensure alignment across your organization, across the hiring unit, across the management of what it is that you are searching for in the newest hire. Once this is done, executive search will go out and not only look at attracting candidates, but also effectively engaging with the market on understanding what it is that candidates are doing, what it is that candidates can potentially bring, what it is that compensation levels are for those candidates, bringing this information back to the table and discussing it with the client to see how the role can evolve, how it can be structured, how compensation can be effectively managed in order to attract the best potential hire into the role. Once this is done, an executive search firm will actually go and speak to candidates to bring them into a conversation. A lot of the time, executive search firms are going to be dealing with absolutely passive candidates. These are candidates that are going to be happily employed within other organizations and not actively looking for new opportunities. Engaging with such candidates takes a lot more time, it takes a lot more patience, and it takes a lot softer approaches. And this is where executive search firms really thrive. They thrive on having those detailed conversations. They thrive on having those minute touches, those soft touches with the right candidates. Because you see, very often executive search firms actually know who the right candidate will be. The problem is that that candidate is not looking for an employment opportunity, is on a different level of compensation, is within a different organization, and is not interested in engaging in a recruitment conversation, in a hiring process. And this is where executive search firms are employed to engage with specifically such candidates. And this is the vast difference between recruitment and executive search. It is the transaction versus the detail-oriented candidate engagement. And depending on what your need within the organization is and what it is that you are looking to achieve, you should be considering whether it is time to look at an executive search firm to help you in your hiring or whether a recruitment firm will be the better option for you.